You're going to find out that in muzzleloading, the rifle is just the beginning. In order to properly load, to shoot, and to clean your muzzleloader, there are a number of accessories you'll need to learn to use. Before we go to the range, we'll review the accessories, and Chad's going to get us started right now.
If you're using loose powder as a propellant, two items are absolutely necessary: powder measure and a powder flask. The powder flask is used for safe storage and easy pouring of the powder. Powder flasks have a dispensing spout that facilitates the easy transfer of the powder into the powder measure. The powder measure is for measuring the exact powder charge needed for your particular load. Once you've measured the powder, you can then pour it down the barrel. Never pour powder directly from the flask into the barrel, as live sparks could potentially ignite the powder in the flask.
Say your new muzzleloader is a conventional inline or a bolt-action inline. In either case, you're going to have a capping tool. It's a must. The capping tool may be designed for either number 11 caps, musket caps, or 209 shot shell primers. The tool allows you to access the breech and place the cap onto the nipple or the 209 primer into the breech plug.
Here's a handy little tool. This is a breech plug pick, or in the case of a cap lock, it's a nipple pick. The pick has a little retractable wire that is used to clear the flash hole in either a breech plug or a nipple. Obviously, if the fire can't get to the charge, you won't get ignition. So this is a very important little gadget, and it should always be a part of your cleaning routine.
This is a bullet starter. Wonder what it does. You guessed it, it starts the bullet down the barrel. The bullet starter is important because it allows you to get the projectile several inches down the barrel prior to finishing it with your ramrod. I always use a bullet starter because attempting to start the bullet with a ramrod, well, that's not a good idea because it could break the rod or even damage the bullet. Now, I use a bullet starter that is specifically designed not to damage the bullet tip. It's called a power belt bullet starter. It has protective attachments for hollow points and for arrow tips that will ensure my bullet tip remains undamaged and therefore accurate during the seating process.
Now, we've said that muzzleloading is usually a one-shot deal. Not that O'Neill and I ever miss, but it's a good idea to have preloaded speed loaders handy just in case. The best system that I have found is the Power Belt Speed Clip. This handy little gizmo holds 3 loads ready for easy access. It also holds 4 209 primers right at your fingertips. For quick reloads, you can't beat it.
Now, when it comes to maintenance essentials, nothing is more important than breech plug grease. Now, CVA has a nice twist on this. Take a look. It's like a tube of lip balm. All you do is twist the bottom, apply it to the breech plug. Works great and there's no mess.
Now, with a muzzleloader, cleaning patches are a must. You might as well buy a big old bag.
And speaking of cleaning, since Chad brought it up, there are various solvents and rust preventatives you're going to have. And here are a couple of new items from Barrel Blaster. First of all, we have Barrel Blaster Foaming Bore Cleaner. Now, this solvent does the work for you. Just spray it down the barrel, wait a while, run a few patches, and you're done. You'll see this work a little later. And for quick cleaning jobs, you can't beat this. Barrel Blaster Wonder Gel. It's a solvent in gel form rather than liquid. Doesn't spill out in your shooting box. More economical to use. Great stuff.
O'Neill, here's a real time saver. I always encourage shooters to purchase a good quality range rod. A lot of people don't realize that the rods that come with your gun are designed for in-the-field reloading, not for ease of use in cleaning. These range rods are longer and have easy grip handles, making them much better suited for range loading and cleaning use.
And last, you're going to have the attachments that go on the end of the range rod. Take a look in one package: a cleaning jag, a bore brush, and a bore swab. The jag is what holds the cleaning patches onto the rod during cleaning. Bore brushes are used to loosen up tough fouling and are especially good for removing the plastic residue left behind by saboted bullets. And the bore swab is great for putting the final coating of rust preventative down the barrel.
Well, O'Neill, it looks like we've covered just about everything except for one important part.
And that is?
Safety.
Chad's right. While many safety practices for all firearms apply to muzzleloaders, there are several that are quite unique, and we'll cover those in the next segment. You just stay right there.